Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru English Theory Lectures. We have theory and practical, two separate types of video lectures. In theory we cover the concepts and in practical we cover the examples. Both the theory and practical videos together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to understand English better needs to download this Yuvaguru English app. So let's focus on today's topic now. Today's topic is the adverbs. Sixth video on the adverb. We have covered almost majority part of adverbs in first 5 videos. This video will be covering the position of adverbs. Okay, let's start. Adverbs of manner. Now what is adverbs of manner firstly? See here, how many types of adverbs are there? Adverbs are of almost 5-6 types. So main 4 I'll tell you. Adverb of position, not position, sorry. Adverb of manner, then degree, then place and frequency. You need not remember all these types. Here it's very simple. How means manner, how much means degree, where means place, and means how many repeated, that means frequency. Okay, so coming back, adverbs of manner which answer the question how are generally placed after the verb and after the object if there is one. Now they are placed after the verb or after the object. Now what is an object? See here, every sentence has two parts. One is subject, second is predicate, and in that predicate there is something called as object. We have covered this in our earlier videos, kindly follow that. So it is in the predicate part, but it's not compulsory that every time the object should be there. Okay, so let's see this example. Placed after the verb or the object. It is raining heavily. Raining is what? Verb, and heavily is the adverb. Going slowly, going verb, slowly adverb. She speaks English well. So English is not a verb. English is an object. Speaks is a verb, right? So placed after the object or after the verb. He does his work carefully. Now which is the verb? Work is not the verb, right? He does. Here the verb is does, because there is a trick to identify the verbs. Change the tense. He did his work carefully. He will do his work carefully. Sentence remains the same. Change the tenses of any word which you feel it's a verb. So does, did and will do. Sentence remains the same. That's why does is a verb and work is a object. Okay, so placed after the object over here. Now adverb or adverb phrases of place, right? Second type. Example here, there, everywhere, on the wall, right? It answers the question where and of the time. So place and time, now, then, yet, today, next Sunday, are usually placed after the verb or after the object if there is one. Same logic, means it's placed after the verb or after the object. So he will come here. Okay, which is the adverb over here? Here is the adverb placed after the word come. Come is a verb over here. I looked everywhere. Everywhere is a adverb. Looked is a verb. Hang the picture there. Picture is a object, right? And there is a adverb. I met him yesterday. Yesterday is a adverb and him is a object and met is a verb. They are to be married next week. So next week totally is an adverb. So it's called as adverb phrases, right? Phrases means what? Group of words which give some logic, right? So next week, married is a object. You'll say then what is the verb? They were to be married, they will be to be married. So are is a verb over there. When there are two or more adverbs after a verb, or after its object, any when, the normal order is manner first, then adverb of place, and then adverb of time. Got it? Adverb of manner first, then adverb of place first, and then adverb of time. It's same in the alphabetical sequence. M, N, O, P, then Q, R, S, T. First M, then P, then T. So let's see. She sang well in the concert. See here, she sang. This much is enough. See here, the basic rule of adverb is how to find out if any word is an adverb. Even if you remove that word from the sentence carries some meaning. She sang. That much is enough. Okay. Then also we come to know that something has happened. Well in the concert. Now this is adverb of manner. Then this first, and then in the concert, adverb of place. We would go there tomorrow evening. There, adverb of place, and then tomorrow evening, time. She spoke earnestly, manner. At the meeting last night, place. Play at the meeting, place, and adverb of time last night. So three are there, right? Adverb of frequency, which is the answer to the question how often, right? Frequency means how often. Always, never, often, rarely, usually, generally. All these words are adverbs of frequency. And certain other adverbs like almost, already, hardly, nearly, just, quite are normally put between the subject and the verb. Subject and the verb. Every sentence has one subject and one predicate. So that subject and the verb. Okay. Verb is generally a part of predicate. Generally. If the verb consists of only one word. Now if the verb is of only one word, then between the subject and the predicate, and if the verb has more than one word, then they are put after the first word. Means if it has, let's say, two words, we'll see this in examples now. Then after the first word of that of the verb basically, let's see, his wife never cooks. So his wife is a subject and cooks is a verb. So between the subject and the verb, if the verb has one word, so cooks only one word, so never is placed over here. This is the adverb. He has never seen a tiger. So he has never seen a tiger. Now pay attention over here. He is the subject, has never seen a tiger, predicate. So what does this verb consist of? This verb consists of two words, has seen. Okay. So if there are more than one word in the verb, they are put after the first verb, has never seen. Right. I have often told him. I have told. I is the subject, have told is a verb. So have often. Often is put in between. We usually have breakfast at 8. Usually, adverb, right? We is the subject. So have is a verb over here. We have. We is the subject. Have is a verb. So between the subject and the verb, because it has only one word. My uncle has just gone out. Has gone totally is the verb over here. That's why after the first verb. I quite agree with you. So I is the subject and agree is a verb. I quite is a adverb, right? So remember the logic. Subject and the verb, between the subject and the verb, if verb has one word, and between the subject and the first word, if the verb has two words. Okay. If the verb is am, are, is, was, these adverbs are placed after the verb. Means verb is this, am, are, is, was. I am never late for school. So never is an adverb and am is a verb. He is always, is a verb and always an adverb. At home on Sundays. We are just off. We are. So are is a verb and just is the just off, total you can call it, is an adverb. These adverbs are usually placed before an auxiliary or a single verb be when it is stressed. Now what is an auxiliary verb? An auxiliary verb is a verb used with the main verb to help express the main verb's tense, mood or voice. Means it is used, auxiliary means helping basically. So it's a helping verb. Main verb and helping verb. So this helping verb gives the verb's tense, mood or voice. Examples are have, is, am. So before an auxiliary or a single verb be when it is stressed. Alex has come late again. Yes, he always does come late. So which is a verb over here? Does. Okay. So he always is a auxiliary. It is placed before the does. When will you write the essay? I already have written it. Have is a auxiliary verb and already is a adverb. Will you be free on Sundays? I usually am. So am is a auxiliary and usually is adverb. Do you eat meat? Yes, I sometimes do. So do is not an auxiliary. It is a single verb. Okay, everything is not auxiliary in life. Okay, so single verbs, and hence sometimes is the adverb used. When an auxiliary is used alone in short responses, as in the last example, say this: I sometimes do. It is stressed and therefore the adverb comes before it, right? Before do. Yeah, it's my bad over here because do is used over here as an auxiliary verb, but do can be used as a main verb also and as an auxiliary verb also. So here it is used as an auxiliary verb. Okay, so when it is used as a single word auxiliary, means short term, then sometimes it is used before the verb. The auxiliaries have to and used to prefer the adverb in front of them. I often have to go to college on foot. So often is a adverb. Have to means before only. I always used to. So always adverb and used to is a auxiliary. Agree. I always used to agree. He always used to agree with me. When an adverb modifies an adjective or another adverb, then the adverb usually comes before it. Means modifying an adjective or another adverb. Let's see. Rama is rather lazy boy. Ram is a correct word. Ram is rather lazy boy. So which is a adverb, which is a verb, which is a adjective over here? See here, boy is a noun, lazy adjective, and rather modifies this adjective. So what is the definition of adverb? It modifies either the verb or adjective, right? So rather is a adverb. That's why it is placed before it. The dog is quite dead, right? Quite dead is the adjective and quite is a adverb. But the adverb enough, this word enough, is after the adjective which it modifies. Okay. Is the box big enough? So big is the adjective and enough is a adverb. He was rash enough to interrupt. So rash adjective, enough adverb. He spoke loud enough. Loud adjective, enough adverb. Right? So enough is placed after the adjective. As a general rule, the word only should be placed immediately before the word it modifies. Means before the word it modifies. I worked only 2 sums. Okay. So 2 is adjective and before it is only is placed. Okay. He slept only 3 hours. So 3 adjective, only adverb. In spoken English, however, it is usually put before the verb. So I only worked 2 sums. The required meaning is obtained by stressing the word which the only modifies. So I only worked 2 sums. He has only slept 3 hours. So this is spoken English, but this is correct English. Correct word is this: I worked only 2 sums. So that was the theory and position of adverbs. Download Yuva English app from Play Store to get these videos, test, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. These video lectures contain theory and practical, 2 separate types of video lectures. In theory we cover the concepts and in practical we cover the examples. Both the theory and practical together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to understand English better needs to download this Yuva English app. Follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.